Back to polo. Number 13. Chromatic gliding of the fingers. Sounds to me like our fingers are going to be gliding along the strings, which is a good hint. Don't put too much weight in your fingertips and keep the back of your left hand super relaxed so that you have the mobility that you need to glide your fingers. It's not called chromatic pushing of the fingers, chromatic gliding of the fingers. So obviously there are a lot of half tones or half steps or semitones in here. There's a lot of challenges for intonation and a lot of building on the skills that have come before. So only 10% of this study is new. 90% of it comes from the previous 12. This is a good point to stop and reflect on intonation, pitch, ringing tones, using the ringing tone to navigate the one that doesn't ring, and using relationships to establish correct pitch. So if you feel like your intonation is not quite up to snuff, go back to the earliest studies, go back to 1 and 2, and really train your ears to hear the intonation of your fingered note versus the bass line of your open string, or the intonation of your non-resonant note against the bass line or the drone of your ringing note in the pair of notes that you're playing. Okay, that's enough talking. Tempo di barcarola. So this has a lyrical feeling to it. It's quite gentle. I think that you should play it musically, accenting the relevant notes, given that we are in the key of, what would that be? F and A and F. Oh, it's probably F major. Who knew? Let's have a crack at this. I will talk about phrases as we work our way through it. I highly recommend having a highlighter handy, having a couple actually. Have a pen or pencil to mark semitone relationships and half position. Have a highlighter ready to mark phrase endings and maybe things like holding a finger down while you've got gymnastics going on an upper or lower string. And I'm going to play this without any of its slurs to start with, okay? Focus on getting your left hand to work well and then introduce your lyricism with the right hand and the use of the bow and legato and slurs as marked. All right, enough talk. Let's play the first. Let's play the first 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it again. You may need to stop and think at this point about tones and semitones. When you're moving, for instance, from a B flat to a B, you're moving a lot further than a G to a G sharp. Why is that? Because things get closer together as we move up the fingerboard. And yes, it makes a difference. It's also going to feel different. To me, moving my 4th finger a semitone feels almost as far as moving my 1st finger a semitone because my 4th finger isn't as strong. So take that into account. A semitone isn't a uniform measurement of distance. We can't say move both fingers a centimetre because that wouldn't be true if we're playing a 3 and a 1 or a 4 and a 1. We need to talk about tones and semitones. Okay, let's just play the first 2 bars again. A little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we're good, continue on. If we're not, pause, fix it. Cross and bring your elbow through. I hope you spotted that first finger lift. Let's play the last, what is that, the 4th bar. Skid back. One more time. So for the F sharp, my 2nd finger is moving back a semitone. My 1st finger is playing a B flat. Can't use that to get to F sharp, too slow. So I just coast back and take the 1 off and then push forwards and put it back on again. Glide forwards and put it back on again. Glide. Let's play the 2nd little chunk again, bar 3 and 4. Push up. choice of language really matters. If I say push up to myself, I find myself digging my fingers quite heavily into the fingerboard and then my intonation suffers. If I say glide, I remember to release the weight and suddenly things are a lot easier. If the second set of 2 bars is working for you, let's go on. If not, go back and fix it, hit pause, do the things. Next little chunk. And again. Just a word about this. I am sure that many people are very comfortable playing, holding the third finger on, having all 4 fingers in contact. I personally am not. It just doesn't work very well for my hand, and now I'm really straining. So I tend to lift my third finger out of the way, and I have my first, second, and fourth finger in contact with the string, and then I just replace the third lightly. If you can hold it on comfortably, fantastic. You've just added an extra layer of efficiency. If you can't, don't hurt yourself. Lift the third finger. You can keep the one on, that's fine for every hand, honestly. But lift the third finger if having all 4 fingers down is uncomfortable. It shouldn't hurt your hand. It should challenge you, and it should challenge you to have correct posture and support what you're doing, but you shouldn't hurt yourself. Okay, let's do that little bit one more time. Let's go on if you're good. Good, let's do that again. I love that chromatic descent. It sounds fantastic to me. D flat, we know how to play D flat, right? Play D, make it flat. Oh yeah, that's really easy. Ready, play. Both back. Best advice I can give you there is keep your fingertips together. They come apart a little bit there to get the G sharp in tune because they have to. That's just how it works. And when they come back up, you have a solid semitone only between your fingers. It's a good example of how a semitone can't be measured in distance. There, my first finger has to move further back to get the semitone in tune than my second finger does. And that's because of the spacing of tones and semitones along the length of the string. Let's play the chromatic descent one last time. All right, I'm going to put all of that first chunk together now. That's our first phrase. So if you want to grab a pen and swipe, so then we've got a reference point, we can say, the start of the second phrase, right? Ready, and... D flat. All right, that's our whole first phrase. Comfortable? Let's play it one more time and then we'll continue on. 1, 2, 3, prepare. If you're ready to go on, let's go on. If you're not, hit pause, sort yourself out. Open A and D, what a nice interval to start with. Don't don't get fooled. To me, this is like a little visual trap. When we have this C sharp A that goes to C sharp E, sometimes I panic. My brain just forgets that I'm holding the C sharp down and crossing the strings. Okay, so stay calm. And if in doubt, write the fingering in there. Write 4-2 to E, just so you don't have to keep thinking about it. Let's play from the A and D again. Up. Sorry, I overthought that. I think of bringing my elbow through when I put the fourth finger on D string, and because I was thinking about it so hard, I overdid it, and we all heard what happened. Let's do that phrase again. Great, now have a look at the next one. We've got a drone and a chromatic ascent. So our drone is the ringing 3. Make sure it's really well pitched so that you can hear the octave climbing underneath it. Release. Good. And then when we have, remember, just barely lift the 1 and the 3, okay? Be efficient. Have them ready to clamp back down. Clamp back down. No, bad choice of words for me. Fall back down. Because when I say clamp, guess what you do with your left thumb? Squeeze. I don't want that. I want your fingers to drop, okay? Like raindrops. It's amazing sometimes what a choice of word can do. Let's play from the start of the third line again. The chromatic ascent. Get your 3 to ring. Cool. Great. One more time. We'll have that. It's easy. Great. Now we have a new octave opening up the next phrase and a chromatic descent. Watch out for that B flat. I fell over it a couple of times. Here it is. Swap the fingers over and bring them together. 1 and 1. Move back. That I find a little bit fiddly. Sorry, my dog's been sitting at my feet and he's just decided he'd like a change of scenery. Dog goes up. I'm sure he'll want to come back in 5 minutes. Good distraction. Let's play that again. The chromatic descent from the third bar of the third line. Swap your fingers, bring them together. 1 and 1, 2 and 1. So I feel like that second bar has a little bit of monkey business with the 1 and the 2 wriggling around. Just do it one more time. They're together. We have a 5th. Pull back the 1 on the A string and place the 2 in half position right in front of it. Then release the 2. It comes up to F natural. 1 comes in behind. Yeah, so the moving notes sound like this. That's all. If you play just the top, it sounds like this. If you play just the bottom, you get. All right, let's put it together again. Reassemble your sandwich. Fingers together, semitone across the strings. 5th, move, move. Good. And don't be afraid to pick up your pencil and write the fingers in. It saves you tripping over it multiple times. Let's play the chunk, the 2 bars with the chromatic descent. Start with your octave DD. 1 and 2, 5th, move back. Open T underneath. How nice is that octave to resolve at the end? Beautiful. And there's the end of our second phrase. And I don't have that one marked, so let me just do that. Yay. All right, because then I can say start of the third phrase and we all know what we're talking about. Let's play the last 2 bars of the second phrase again. Ready, set, and... it again. 1, 2, and. Sorry. Wretched dog. I told you he'd be back. Hi, Monty. He's only little. He's only got very short legs, so you don't see him go in and come out. He's a French bulldog. So if you hear snuffling in the background, that's not me, that's him. Okay, again, the last 2 bars of that phrase. And 1 and 3. 1 and 2. Move. Octave. Super. Let's try the whole second phrase now, okay? So we're playing from the last 2 bars of the second line in case you didn't mark it. It's the open A and D chord. 2, 3. 2, 3. Ready to look at the next chunk? If you're not, that's fine. Just stop me or pause me and back you go. You can play the first half of this tutorial again if that suits you better. Let's continue on otherwise. Starting G sharp and B. Oh, this looks fun. Move the first finger back and move the third finger back. A little bit nasty. Go again. Move. Cross. I like this bit. This is working for me. Okay, and again. Ready, and. C sharp, B sharp. Don't forget B sharp is the same as C natural, okay? There's no such note on the piano keyboard. One more time. Cross. Back you go. Okay, so we're doing the same thing repeated, that's all. Let's play those 2 chunks put together again from the start of the third phrase. Ready? G sharp B. Cross. Back you go. Cross. Pivot. You've got to get everything across to the G and D this time. Excuse me, I just played an incorrect note in that last part. It should have been. I fudged it and played 2 B flats. Let's play that again. It's a little bit of a long chunk to practice, but it's relatively simple. So the last 4 bars from here. What bar is that? It's the 4th line and the last bar of the 4th line. Let's play from there. Cross, move, move, swap, don't forget that B flat, B natural. You can see what I was really focused on, right? B flat, B flat, B flat. Oh no, there's a B natural in the last bar. One more time, let's play that long phrase. Last bar of the fourth line. And. Cross. Move. 4. Move the 3. Let's play the whole third phrase. So we're starting B natural, G sharp. Ya da 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 da. And we're finishing with the long climb we just practiced. Back. Cross. Back. Back. Cross. Pivot. Move. Move. Flat. Super. You know what to do. Assess, do I need to go back? Am I going forwards? Next little bit looks very familiar to me. Let's play it. Oh, different. Let's play those 2 bars. Ready, and. Cross. Let's go on. Ooh, I like this. So this is the first half of our next phrase. It's got that nice unfinished feeling. We're left a bit dangling in the air. Let's play from the start of the phrase again, where we think we're playing the beginning again, but it goes in a different direction. Cross. Change of tone. Let's go up onto the A and E. Great. Let's play those 4 bars again. I really feel like this phrase needs to be played in 2 chunks of 4 bars, because otherwise it doesn't make any musical sense to me. Again, second half of that phrase. From there. Cross. Okay, let's put the whole phrase together. Ready, and. Cross. Let's go on. Don't get scared off by the accidentals in here. They're really not that bad, okay? D flat is just that. Don't worry about it. Ready? Oh, hang on. I need to talk about the E flat. No, we're fine with that. Sometimes I have people panic about the F flat in the next bar. There isn't an F flat. It looks like it because of the weird typesetting of the notes. It's an E flat. So make sure you've got... Okay? Delightful, isn't it? just do those 6 notes again. They're kind of weird. Add the 3rd finger. Cool. Let's do those 2 bars again. And tuck the 1st finger in. Great. Let's do that 2nd chunk of 2 bars again, starting on the E natural D. 1 and 1, E flat. Well done. Let's play from the start of that phrase. I think it helps to hear it joined up. It makes more sense. Ready, and. Cool, now we continue on. Take the F sharp. I don't like this bit, can you tell? Let's do that again. Just those 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm talking about the 8th line and the 2nd bar. We have an F sharp A. 2 and 2. Move the 1 up. I don't like that. That's what I don't like. The last 3 notes in that chunk. It's here. Probably because there's a 5th that falls away. You've got to move your 3rd finger across to just the E string and sneak the 2 in right behind it. And then you've got to move the 2nd finger back and put the 1st finger right beside it. Yeah, try that again. Again. I don't think it's difficult. It's just fiddly. There's lots of moving parts, and the more moving parts you have, the more fiddly stuff is, right? And the more you need to get comfortable with it and practice it in. Let's play the chunk again of, okay, 2nd bar of the line. Ready, and 5th, B flat, move it up, the 5th. Woo! Let's soldier on if you're ready. If you're not, hit pause. There's the end of that phrase, just so we're all on the same page about that. Great. Let's go back to the start of the phrase, 1.5 lines back when you're playing F natural, E flat. Ready, and move it, low 3, one and 1, move it, F sharp, B, ready for the last little bit? Here we go, home stretch. Good, let's play those 2 bars again. Ready, and. Cross. Let's go on because that's all old stuff being recycled. couldn't resist that last slur. Okay, let's play the last two lines again because it's really just revising everything that came before it. It's like saying, yeah, I got the hang of all this stuff. Here it is, beautifully played, very legato with, lovely phrasing. And there is phrasing to be had in here, so please don't ignore that. Well done. If you stuck with me, good job. Don't be frightened of highlighting anything there that you find difficult so that you can streamline your practice of it and make it efficient. In subsequent days, you might say, yeah, I just need to do those 4 phrases and then I can play from straight through from top to bottom. Oh, now I'm just down to those 2 tricky phrases. But if you have your danger points highlighted, it makes your life a lot easier. You know what's coming, you can preempt it, you can make sure that all your joints are in the right spot to accommodate it, and you can support your hand to play with really nice technique and no strain. Okay, keywords are dropping onto the string, fingers perpendicular to the string, and gliding of the fingers.